Yo, what up, what up, what up? Y'all know the deal, man. Like and share, like and share, like and share. So we get this thing out everywhere. Because anywhere in the world could be, just right here with me, the BABGOG. And I appreciate you to pull up on me, man. What's going on? Told y'all I was gonna be back. Y'all like this nigga said he was gonna come back for the smoke show. And his ass didn't show up. Nah, man, I'm here, man. I'm here. Link is in the chat, pin. You know what I'm saying? You got any issues, problems, or whatever, grievances with me, by all means, man, come up. Let's hear it. As always, man, as they say, if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. Pretty much prepare for any and everything you could possibly throw my way. But be honest though, I'm not talking about the Charlie Kirk shit no more. Okay. So if it's about that, if you didn't catch me for the last like 4 days in a row, I'm sorry. But I'm not gonna argue with niggas about that no more. Okay. Anything other than that is good. See, CDT Beats. Do I follow you? I'll check my messages. I'll check my red receipts if we not following each other. Otherwise, I should have seen it. But I'll check and see. But nah, man. Just generally talking about shit. I guess. Did y'all see the thing with Trey Young and Pat Bev? Oh hell no! Nah. See now who? See now we got to fight. Now we got to fight. But nah, man. Yeah, did you guys see the thing between Trey Young and listen, I gotta get some work sports back in here. I actually gotta fucking do sports on the sports channel, but let me just pull it up so y'all can hear it. Let me see. So I can hear this shit. I'll talk about the Jimmy Kimmel thing after this.
NBA players play so hard in random open gyms in the summer, but give no effort in the All Star game with millions watching. My response is because All Stars take the game for granted. It's not one All Star on a basketball court. It's just good, naturally good bump. Trey Young response was,
He said, "Relax, let us speak for ourselves." Interesting.
I don't know. I don't think he's in a position to speak. I don't think he's one enough to even speak to me like that or tweet me like that. He's been to the playoffs 3 times. I've been to the playoffs 9.
9 is more than 3.
He's been in the NBA 7 years. My first 7 years, I didn't miss the playoffs at all
Interesting.
in the Western Conference,
Interesting.
right? His rebuttal was probably going to be, yeah, you want the main player on the team. Absolutely right. But
Yeah, I hate this Cheddar Bob shit, bro. It's not the same, dog. It's not the same. At the best, Patrick Beverly was, of course, known for his defense, hard nosed defensive guy. But I mean, bro, what did you do of note on the team, right? I think your most iconic moment was jumping up on the scoring tables after y'all beat I think your old team, the Clippers or Houston, I don't know, whichever one it was, right? On some wild shit. Like Pat Bev is just, I don't know, man. He's one of those nuisance guys, right? Which again, there's levels to this shit. Okay, there's levels, bro, and it's just like even if we're talking about perimeter defenders, no one is putting Pat Bev in your top 5 or even top 10 all time on ball defenders, perimeter defenders. No, Pat Bev is not making it. Pat Bev is not making the all time top 10 perimeter defenders. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts. Pat Bev's not on that list. He's not. He's not on that list. He's just not.
This is why it's a team. I've talked to people who played in Atlanta. They don't want to play there.
Why?
They don't think he's a good leader. They don't think he's a good teammate. This is not coming from me, motherfucker.
This is dirty too. This is extremely dirty. See, shit like this, man. And I understand, like, you know, it's certain like brotherhoods and codes and shit and so on and so forth. But to do this, bro, because you just flat out wrong, and now you in a podcast space, and now, like you said, well, I don't want to take away from what Trey's gonna say, but bro, this is just fucked up. Okay, niggas didn't want to play with you. I'm sure. Pretty sure there's plenty of niggas that want to play with you, but no one's asking about playing with fucking Pat fucking Beverly, bro. You're not playing with Pat Beverly. You're playing with James Harden. You're playing with young Shea. You playing with who else did you play with? Was he on? Yeah, he was on the Bucks too. You playing with Giannis. Come on, bro, stop it, bro. Nobody's talking about fucking playing with fucking Pat Beverly, man. Come on, stop.
Coming from Joe Blow over here. Trey, you can score all the points you want. You can make all the money you want. You can have all the leading assists you want. You can do all that. If you don't win, that shit won't matter. If you don't win, when you're retired, they're going to forget your name. Fact.
No, nigga. No. We haven't got about Dominique. Dominique never won. We haven't got about Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley never won. We haven't got about Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing never won. We haven't got about Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller never won. Stop, bro. Stop the lies, bro. This is just childish. It's childish. It's a motherfucking narrative. It's bullshit. Great players. There are some great players that are never going to fucking. Would you say that about James Harden? James Harden never won, and he's probably never going to win a championship. Everybody gonna forget about him. See how stupid that sounds? But the shit that niggas will say in order to try and make a point, because they ain't their feelings at the moment. Stop it, bro. Stop. No one's gonna forget fucking Trae Young. Putting on a show in motherfucking Madison Square Garden. Nobody's gonna forget that. Okay. Nobody's gonna forget probably the biggest one-man band run since like Hakeem Olajuwon. No one's gonna fucking forget that. Right? Well, I wouldn't say Hakeem because Hakeem won, but I'm trying to think of somebody that was like a one-man army and really no help. You couldn't name any other auxiliary players. I mean, if you want to say LeBron, I guess you can say LeBron, but you know.
As too. So I don't even think he has the wiggle room to talk about, fuck, are you not playing hard for an all-star game? You're not like you're playing in the playoffs. The fuck?
So what do you think his point is?
I don't know. I
He's
think
just trying to put himself above you.
Yeah, I think so. Like,
and because he is above you. Pause. Trae Young is definitely above you, Pat Bev. No team is ever at any point in time taking you over Trae Young. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No team is offering you a bigger contract than Trae Young. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, bro. On paper, intangibles, he got you beat, dog. And they showing how he gave your ass buckets. So for you to be such a great fucking defender, he was cooking your ass. So yes, he's above you. You go back and look at the one-on-one matchups, and he cooked your ass. Much smaller guy. You're extremely physical. You mean to tell me you can be effective against Russell Westbrook, but not Trae Young?
Let us speak. Like, what do you mean? Okay, well, let the motherfuckers who played in the playoffs more than 9 years speak to them before you speak. Motherfucker you played with told me, Pat, man, that shit ain't the Atlanta Hawks. That shit called the Trae Hawks.
Interesting.
And then the first word he used is relax. And I'm like, motherfucker, relax. You should be uncomfortable. You should be more uncomfortable. All right, that's the problem. You too motherfucking relaxed. 7 years, you made the playoffs 3 motherfucking times.
Okay, bro. How many teams haven't made the playoffs in 7 years? I forget how long of a drought the Nuggets was before they drafted Carmelo Anthony. The Nuggets had not been to the playoffs in I don't know how long, bro. When's the last time that that New Orleans Pelicans have been to the playoffs? They're on a hell of a drought. What's another team? Shit, the Charlotte Hornets. When the last time the Charlotte Hornets been to the playoffs? Washington Wizards. When the last time the Washington Wizards was in the playoffs? It's a lot of teams like that, bro. So why are we acting like, before they got De'Aaron Fox and them boys, how long had Sacramento been out of the playoffs? So that's what I'm saying. Like this is just it's like petty and stupid.
You're too relaxed. Motherfucker, get uncomfortable. Really get uncomfortable and lead your motherfucking team to some more wins in the playoff push. The game is better. The game needs that from you. Trust me. It's kids up here that look up to you. You talking about me fucking relax. You get uncomfortable. I challenge you to do that. Don't put yourself up here, right? Because you score a lot of points and a lot of assists, but you lose.
Well, it seems like
Well, again, so what are you doing? Is it a team sport or is it not? Y'all praise LeBron for the shit, right? Y'all praise LeBron for fucking, and give excuses to him when he can't. Oh, well, his team was trash and whatever. Bro, Trae Young has not had a great team, and then, like you said, there's a lot of teams that have eclipsed the Hawks. That run he had, that little the especially when he made to the Eastern Conference Finals, bro, that was a phenomenal season. For it to been like his fourth or fifth year, whatever it was, right? And the pretty much end up losing to the champs. I think that's the year. Did Giannis win that year? No, who won that year? No, I think they did. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the year that KD was in Brooklyn and what's name got hurt and they played the Hawks in the finals. I think the Bucks went on to win the what's name, right? I think. Am I wrong? Yeah, and Hoop, that's what I'm saying, man. Outside of Steph, and Steph is not really small. Steph is like 6'3", right? But yeah, bro, that shit they've been trying to Iverson prove that, bro. That shit is not going to work. The small guard being your number one option is not going to work in the NBA, bro. Where you got Wimby's, you got fucking, you know what I mean? The Luka's what 6'6". He's a point guard, point forward, point whatever, right? Bro, that small guard shit, bro, and you being the number one option, that is not going to work. Because if anything, like you said, they're going to punish your ass on the defensive end. They want you to be able to get some type of resistance, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's just strange to me that Pat Beverly is just, but again, it's Pat Beverly, Yeah, man. Like yeah, you got 6'7", 6'8" fucking point guards, bro. Like, yeah, no, that's not going. You got fucking you got to deal with what's buddy name that just got traded from he just got traded from Boston. A real perimeter fucking defender that's way better than fucking Patrick Beverly. Nah, LaMelo's yeah, bro. LaMelo like what 6'7". LaMelo tall as shit. No, not Marcus Smart. Nah, they had the dreads. Yeah, J. Rue. Appreciate you, Nick Tao. J. Rue Holiday, bro. You got to deal with J. Rue Holiday and Demetrius Johnson XL, the light skinned nigga with the ears, the bald light skinned nigga with the ears. He's 6'8". Ain't no way. Melo not 6'8" now. But yeah, bro, you're not gonna. That's not gonna cut it, bro. That is not gonna cut it in today's NBA, dog. It's not gonna cut it. And you got to think he didn't have a legit big man before that. You had a young boy that could jump. But his ass out here doing, he doing extracurriculars and shit. This nigga out here taking them vitamins, them Power Man, them fucking Pac-Man pellets and shit. If they got him listed to 6'8" is whatever. I don't think Melo's 6'8" because like he's not taller than Jason Tatum, and Jason Tatum's like 6'7", 6'8". Yeah, Derek White. Like, yeah, bro. It's just like, bro. It's a what's name, man. Isaiah Thomas. Yeah, but Isaiah Thomas is a 1-on-1. Isaiah Thomas is behind Steph. Well, I know Steph is 6'3", so we say small guard, 6'1" or under. He's the greatest small guard of all time. I'll put Zeke, then Iverson, then everybody else. Those are the only two I ain't worried about.
He's just trying to take it as a chance to take a shot that you haven't been in an All-Star game.
Obviously, but I've been on teams who won 50 games. I don't know what missing the playoff feels like. I have to tell my family every year, Daddy be home in June. I don't know what April and early May in Atlanta feels like. I don't. Knee deep in the trenches.
I mean, I think the obvious answer to the actual question is that people are trying to get better in the summertime, and nobody's trying to get better during the All-Star game. They're trying to, like, just get some a fancy layup.
Okay, well, if that's the case, go get MVP every year in the All-Star game. Then I won't say shit to you. You relax. Motherfucker, you know what? Don't relax. You get uncomfortable. Fuck that. You're too relaxed. You're too motherfucking cool. Stop.
Yeah, man, it's weak. Again, Pat Bell will have to learn. You have to be likable in a podcast thing, man. You have to be interesting. You have to be entertaining. You have to be likable. And if you're just constantly going to talk shit about other NBA players, like, you know what I mean, in the midst of playing, that's not going to go well for you. I don't want to hear Pat Beverly sit down and be angry and beef with fucking NBA players for a whole fucking podcast episode. I'm not willing to turn to that. Some people might be willing to, but nah, man, you're not gonna get the sponsors and shit doing that. Let's check this one out. And this was Trey's response.
All right. Hold the mic. What's up, everybody? No, it's not. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right. Is that good? What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of From the Point by your favorite point. Let's get into it, man. Just want to chop it up with y'all. There's some things have been said. Obviously, a lot of people talking right now. I hate we had to come to this. The tweet I sent out a few days ago, multiple days ago, I had already forgotten about. I'm gonna explain my tweet a little bit later. But right now, I just want to talk about Pat. This isn't the way I wanted to do things. Obviously, you can tell I'm getting ready for the season. You know what it is. We call it wolfing. Getting ready for the season. Focus. I'm grinding. I don't really do this podcast thing every day. Since you do, this is a special episode for you. Even got my own mic stand, everything just for you today. But for me, I wanted to talk some facts. Actually, the whole time, that's all we're going to talk about. It's just straight facts. Let's talk about how you were a one-time first-team all-defensive player, a two-time second-team defensive player. Some accolades people can only dream of having. Not a lot of people in the NBA can even say that they've had those type of accolades. We naming facts. Those are unbelievable. Those are unbelievable achievements and things nobody can ever take away from.
I think so I'm pretty sure I know he made at least one all NBA team, and I want first team. I'm pretty sure, right? He had one. Let's look at it. Let me see. I want to speculate and guess, but I'm not a big Trae Young follower, so let me see. Trae Young. BK Ref. Yeah, so in 2022, he was an all NBA team. Let's see which one. Which team was it? Let's say what team it was. Let me see. He's on the all rookie team 2021, 2022. He's third All NBA third team, and in season tournament All Tournament team. He's been in 4 All-Star games, and he was first in points, I guess, overall points in 2021, 2022.
Yeah, you said it. You went to the playoffs 9 times. I've only been to the playoffs 3. You're right. You have 6 more playoff appearances than me. Let's bring up some more facts. You've been to 1 conference finals. I've been to 1 conference finals. What year was that for you? Just another fact. Year 9. The year I made it was year 3. Just a fact. You want to know another one? You averaged 7 points and 2 is. I don't even know how I'm doing this. Like I'm really not even here to talk about my numbers, but here they are.
28 points, 6.8 assists, and 3.3 rebounds in 4 games in Eastern Conference Finals in his career. Okay. That's fucking impressive, bro. All right. And I'm pretty sure, let me see. Hold up. Let me see. Let me go and see. What year did they go to the Eastern Conference Finals? Yeah, Milwaukee. 6 games. Won 2 games. Okay. That was against that. I'm pretty sure that's the year Milwaukee won, right? Milwaukee won a championship in 21. You see. Show me the goddamn year they won, motherfucker. Shit. Yeah, 2021. There we go. 2020, 2021. Artifacts, what up, man? Appreciate you, bro, for the get the membership, brother.
Let's get into some more facts, actually. You talk about a winner. What have you won? Tell me, what have you won? And don't respond with that, like, sympathy. I won in life. I won in basketball, because you did, man. You made it to the NBA. This is very few many people that can say that. But at the same time, bro, it's levels to this shit. And I don't respond to a lot of people. There's been a lot of things said about me over the years. There's been a lot of fake things that have been reported about me and in my time in Atlanta. And I've been quiet. But you, out of all people, should really know me. Out of all people that do a lot of talking for a living, should know me. Just me and you. What you did versus me, what I did versus you. Granted, when I came into the league, you were going into year 7. It's just different timetables. I get it.
Basically saying, hey, nigga, I cooked you, nigga. All right. Hey, Trey telling this nigga, look, bro, I cooked you. All right. The tape speaks for itself. The fuck you got going on, bro? Why are you saying my name? Why did you bark up this motherfucking tree, nigga? Why did you bark up this tree?
You're a little bit later into your career. I was 19, about to be 20, going into my rookie season. Do you want to know your age going into your rookie season? You were 24, your first year in the NBA. So you're talking about uncomfortable. Man, you don't know what uncomfortable is. Not in my world. We all have different things. We all have different battles that we fight with on and off the court. Me saying that doesn't make it seem like you ain't never been through nothing. Don't get it twisted. And that's why I'm not tweeting you. I'm letting you know face to face. We talking basketball here. You don't know what it's like to be in my position. You don't know what it's like to put these shoes on.
And Trey got Jordans on. He was an Adidas athlete. So I think this is a sneak, you know what I mean, peek into like him switching over to Nike or Jordan or some shit if he gonna show that versus a pair of Adidas. So I guess his Adidas contract is up, but this right here is you know what I mean? And he's right, bro. Listen, a role player and a fucking franchise player, bro, that's 2 totally different fucking galaxies, dimensions, universes, whatever the fuck you want to call it, bro. It's not the same, dog. It's not the fucking same. Being a franchise player, dog, okay? A person that a team is going to be willing to pay up now, I think damn near what, $400 or $500 million It's not the same as a nigga that's you know what I mean, a utility defensive player.
You don't know what it's like, man. And that's why I'm here having this conversation with you, having to clear up context with you. Because these same people that you're saying were my teammates that were calling you, telling you that.
Nah, Zion fucked his bag up, man. I don't see if Zion makes. I don't see Zion making it through this year in New Orleans. I don't see. There's no way, and there's no reason. I do not see Zion Williamson making it through this season in New Orleans, especially if he gets injured.
It ain't the Atlanta Hawks, it's the Trey Hawks. I'm sure they're the same people that have my number that you could have called me and asked me to have this conversation off the camera or off social media, just like you asked KD to do when he tried to come at you today. I want to take that route that Jaylen Brown took.
By that, none of us. Well, no, I don't think it's not the critique. I don't think he's saying don't critique him. It's the way he went about doing it, and still, it's only one trophy, and we saying, okay. Trey got put in a bad spot, bro. I don't know if we talked about this specifically, but I said this. I forget where I said it. Trae Young got put in an incredibly bad spot. Steph Curry fever was at a fever pitch. They saw him as the next Steph Curry, a little smaller. Pause. Not as efficient, right? But they saw the glimpses of this young, fast, quick guy that could shoot the ball in college. So Hawks draft him. He's undersized. He's super skinny, super small. Okay. He has to adjust to the NBA. All right. Become the number one option. Hold it down. Within 4 seasons, he's in the fucking Eastern Conference Finals up against the champions. Right. With no true number 2 option. The DeJounte Murray shit was a tragedy. That shit ain't not gonna work. Again, Trey is the same thing that happened with Isaiah Thomas. You know, the second Isaiah Thomas, bro. The small guy being the number 1 option, bro, is just not. It's just not. I think we passed that era, man. You're gonna have to be something extremely, extremely special to make that shit work again. And there are very few people. I like Trey. I like his game a lot, but he's not better than Allen Iverson. Trey can have his nights to where he go out there, he get 40, he get 50, but consistently every night where he's a 40-point threat, nah. Trey not like that, bro. There ain't no diss, but that's the last small guy that for sure, you know what I'm saying, had it like that. They tried it with Isaiah Thomas. The Isaiah Thomas shit was cool until he fucked his hip up or some shit, right? And again, bro, as soon as you get any decline of that size, bro, it's over with. When you're undersized in the NBA, bro, and you lose whatever it is, be it your handle, be it your quickness, or whatever your fucking physical ability is, bro, that gets you there, bro, no. Unless you're just a true fucking, shooter, and Trey is nice, but he not Steph Curry, KD, Klay Thompson level shooter, bro. He's not that consistent. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. That was Atlanta. That was Atlanta's fault, and they put him in a position to be the next Steph Curry. That's how it was built. That's how it was built, bro. So I mean, and then like you said, to actually put it on him in that manner, and for him to produce what he did with what he had, I think he did a damn good job. Y'all know I listen. That's why I refuse to follow Atlanta sports teams, bro. I'm from Georgia. I know better. Football, basketball, man, wrap that shit up, B. Motherfuckers never gonna make the right decision. But at the same time, Patrick Beverly is not the person to be criticizing Trae Young, bro. You know what I mean? And Trey is like, bro, you speaking, you throwing salt on all the all-stars, some shit you never was gonna do in your career. And he was just a nigga that decided to comment. Let us speak for ourselves. And plenty of niggas said that shit. KD do it all the time. KD hate when media motherfuckers talk about playing basketball in the NBA. You a spectator, man. Watch the game. you a spectator. Watch the game. You know what I mean? And he earned the right to say that. And I think that's what Trey is telling fucking Pat Bell, bro. Listen, bro. Yeah, you made it to the NBA, but bro, you're not in the room I'm in. Nobody made that argument. And I think Trey, he has a good point, man. I think he got solid ground to stand on.
With Stephen A. Smith and tell you to state your source. State your source. You in the media field now. I don't look at you as a player. State your source. Which teammate of mine told me that it's the Trey Hawks? His name the Atlanta Hawks. Because I would tell you myself, I have a lot of teammates I keep in touch with. A lot that I know you know. So I want you to state your source. Because I know some guys that were my teammates that are in the media field. You can be the guy that changes this whole game. Just state your source. It's part of it. I challenge you. But wait, we got some more facts for you. And this has nothing to do with any of the guys' legacies and players that I'm about to name. Because to be honest, I didn't really want to mention anybody's name in this because this is between me and you. You play with some big time players, my guy. You talk about winning and impact winning and all these things. You've been on some teams with some big time players. How about I go through a list of these guys? LeBron, Giannis, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Ant-Man, Cat.
Pat Bell was on the Lakers? I don't remember Pat Beverly be on the Lakers. But obviously he was.
We're not even going to talk about how we celebrate playing.
Who's the greatest Atlanta Falcon player of all time? Come on, you know the answer to that. The greatest Atlanta Falcon player of all time? You know the answer.
Wins. I win playing games on the road, and I'm ready to get to the playoffs. You win playing games at home, and you standing on the scores table acting like it's a championship. We celebrate wins different too. But let me get back to these guys. You've had some great teammates over these years that you've only been able to make the conference finals with because your impact was that strong. One time, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Sweet Lemon Pepper Lou, and Dwight Howard. I can go on and on. Them is just the Hall of Famers that I could just pop on the list right now. Just not name some of the guys that I know may have listened to you when they was around you, but the way they act is not the way you act. Even from the young guys who are going to be future Hall of Famers. A guy who just won MVP, a guy who just won a championship. I know he looked up to you as a rookie, but you saw what happened when he left. But we don't
When they talking about Shea, man, again, man, yeah, like
even need to get into that. Some of them are still adding on to their legacies in the game of basketball. We're talking basketball here. In one conference finals to show for it, your impact for winning was very strong, huh? And this ain't no shot again to them guys, because I know from being in my shoes, I know how hard it is to win in this league. I know how much luck you got to have on your side to win at a high level and go play into June, like you said, because you play in June every year, huh? You've been able to play with all these guys. And you talk about impact winning. Where was your real impact in winning? I know you were labeled as a tough defender, a great defender, and the accolades say that you were. But I promise you, anytime you was on the court with me, I was never scared of you. I was never.
he was cooking your ass. He was never scared of you, and that nigga was cooking you. Okay? He was not afraid of you, and his motherfucking points and performance showed it. And it looked like the nigga was out to get you, nigga. Looked like he was there to prove a point against Patrick Beverly.
We're scared of Patty Bev. I promise you. And as you can tell, Patty don't scare me now. And also, let me clarify my tweet for you, since you want to do it this way. Relax. Let us speak for ourselves. It's simply just that. Let us speak for ourselves. Some of us have different opinions than others. But if you have somebody who's a non-All-Star, who's never been to the All-Star game, never even had a chance, or even felt like he had a chance when he was playing in this league, say that the guys who are All-Stars take the game for granted when we playing. I can't speak for every All-Star that's been there. I can only speak for myself.
Hey, man. Somebody get the Pepto-Bismol, man. All right? Somebody go get the baby Pampers. He's shitting on this nigga. Shitting on this nigga, man.
And I just wanted to let you know that you need to relax, because not every All-Star that's played in the game or plays in the game wants to play the way we do or wants to see the type of performances that we've had. So when I say let us speak for ourselves, I mean just that, Patty. Let the All-Stars speak about us. Let the All-Stars speak about the game. Everybody has an opinion. You have an opinion, but just don't be disrespectful, especially coming from somebody who's been in the game, who's been carried by a lot of All-Stars. A lot of these wins that you say you've had.
Carried by a lot of All-Stars. Crazy. Hoop, I don't see no deflection, Hoop. This nigga going in directly addressing what this man said, bro. I don't see the deflection, fam. He addressing everything this nigga said in the tweet, bro.
Being a winning player in the NBA, a lot of those wins, basically every single one of those wins, you were being carried by an All-Star, if not two at the same time. So for me,
shout out to DJ Pryor Proof for coming to a member, brother. Greatly appreciate you, man.
I just took offense that you could even come out and even say that we take the game for granted because of what you see on 1-2 hours on Sunday night as a fan watching the game. I'm just disappointed as an NBA brother of yours that you would come out and say something like that. If you really know me, and you really know how much I care about the game of basketball, you really know how much I'd rather see my teammates succeed than me, no matter what my numbers look like. I'm sorry, the way I play the game, the way I can come off a pick and roll and find somebody to score or actually put the ball in the basket myself, the numbers generate the way they do, but I promise it's not a selfish bone in my body. But I know a lot of people was wanting me probably just to listen to that Drake song and post that bar. We all know how that goes, but I wanted to play your game because I know you wanted to react to me and say what you said about me for attention, for some subscribers, for some likes. I hope you get all the attention and all the love out of this that you wanted, all that you ever wanted. Here you go. But I promise you, this is the last time I'm talking about it. I got to go get ready for a season. I got to go get ready to try to win a championship. I'm going into year 8, about to be 27. You're 37, my guy. I'm going into year 8, about to be 27. I ain't even enter my prime. I'm glad you transitioned over into the media field. I wish you nothing but the best. I will forever be pro player in whatever we do. And I'm just leaving here with this. I want us as players that if we do leave the game and go into the media space, that other players that are still playing don't have this certain image of us where it looks like we just saying things or we're doing things for clickbait or for money. And we better than that. And I didn't want to be here to do this, but I'm giving you this as a gift for everything you meant to this game on the defensive end. But seriously though, you did mean a lot to this game, man. I got nothing but love. If you want to chat, you got some teammates that know my number. Or if you want to just keep talking about it, you can keep talking about it. I got to go get ready for the season. I got some teammates that are counting on me to be ready for the season. They know I'm going to be ready. My coaches and my staff knows I'm going to be ready. I got to go. I got to go to the gym again to make sure I'm continuing to stay ready on this grind to this season, this championship run that I'm trying to bring to Atlanta. So I ain't got time for this anymore. Jalen Johnson about to make his first All-Star appearance. Kristaps is over here now on the squad. We got Nikhil. It's about to be a season, man. Just make sure you watch. Make sure you're doing your thing. Continue to be great in the podcast field. If you need tickets to a Hawks game, let me know. Love, from the point. Peace. Man, that was fun. They ain't gonna be ready when I start taking this podcast shit seriously.
That little light-skinned nigga, man. I don't think he ran from that, man. I think he wasn't. Hell no, bro. What y'all smoking, bro? I like Vic. You know what I mean? I'm the one nigga that say Michael Vick did nothing wrong, right? But come on, bro. Let's not be ridiculous, dog. Deion is not just a better athlete. Deion is the better football player, dog. Deion is a better football player. Even if he went position for position, right? We love Vic, but Vic was not dead eye laser fucking accurate quarterback, bro. He was a running quarterback. He's incredibly fucking gifted. But no one would say Michael Vick had like we're not putting him in. We're not even putting Michael Vick in shit. Top 50 arms in the history of the NFL. Accuracy wise, come on, man. You gotta be for real, man. Crazy. Deion Sanders is a better Deion Sanders is arguably, you say, the overall best football player of all time. You could put him in that thing. Not just position, but football player. Just because of literally his versatility and what he was able to do on both sides of the ball. Kick return, defense, of course, the best at his position. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I think that's the one position where no one even puts a name ahead of Deion Sanders. The only two positions in football to where it's never an argument at this point is cornerback and quarterback. And even still, depending, you still got some people that will argue Joe Montana over Tom Brady, despite all the things. But for the most part, that's like old ass people that's about to go see Uncle Charles. But yeah, his arm strength, but we're not just talking arm strength. We're talking accuracy, bro. I don't think he won the World Series. I think he went, but I don't think he actually won the World Series. Deion was on the team that won the World Series. I don't think he won the World Series. He wasn't on the roster that year. I think he got cut. I think Deion got cut or traded the year that Atlanta won the World Series. The better Atlanta Falcons player, still Deion, brother. Still Deion Sanders. Still Deion Sanders, bro. I think what Vic went to the playoffs once, maybe twice. That's another thing too, man. The Falcons wasn't a great team record wise when Vic was there. He won with who? He won a World Series? No, y'all tripping. No, they said David Justice just talked about that. Deion was not on that roster when they won the World Series. When the Braves won the World Series, Deion Sanders was not on that roster. Yeah, longer don't mean pause. Longer don't mean better, bro. Deion was in Atlanta for what, 3 or 4 seasons? Before he went to San Francisco? Primetime, his name Primetime got made in Atlanta, bro, for a reason. I'm pretty sure as big as Michael Vick is, hell, Deion Sanders still might have the most sold Atlanta Falcons jersey of all time still. I think Vick was close. I mean, and Vick is Atlanta royalty. We talked about this. Michael Vick is definitely Atlanta royalty, but better than Deion, bro. Come on now, stop it, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. DJ Fire, he did not. He was not on that. I think what Atlanta went back to back, and then they won the second year. But Deion don't have a World Series, bro. Angel, what up? Yeah, man. What we talk, man? What? Yeah, man. Y'all wilding, man. Y'all wilding tonight, bro. Yeah, but listen, bro. I'm talking about everybody. Like, listen, man. You see, motherfucker. You go to Atlanta, bro. You gonna see a motherfucker Michael Vick jersey. I guarantee it. Now, frame runner, you're going too far. I wouldn't put Matt Ryan in front of fucking Michael Vick, especially losing fucking 28-3. Hell no. Ain't no way. No, sir. Losing making it to the Super Bowl and losing like that? Never. Get him out of here, bro. I never liked motherfucking Matt Ryan, bro. I never saw it. I never believed in him. No, they got 2 of them. They got 2 in the 90s. I'm pretty sure Atlanta got two World Series in the 90s. If I'm not mistaken. It was like 93 or 94. And then, let me see. Atlanta Braves World Series. No, they only got 1 in 95. Goddamn. I thought they had more than 1. Cleveland Guardians? They changed the fucking Cleveland Indians to the Cleveland Guardians? When the fuck did they do that? Man, motherfuckers really is too soft, bro. Andre Rison was okay, but he again, like, he's not even a top 100 fucking receiver, bro. I think, you know what I mean, you all get like a local what's the name for the time. But nah, bro, Andre Rison wasn't like that. Andre Rison, I mean, he's not even, I don't even think he got a fucking nomination for the Hall of Fame. Yeah, I know he wasn't. Like, damn, it's been that long. I don't follow baseball though. So that would have been probably around the same time that they did the same shit with the Redskins, huh? Julio Jones, the best Falcon receiver. I think, yeah, I think that's hands down true. But Julio never fucking did shit either. even once he left, he was supposed to do it. Come chill out. Chill out, man. Nah, Cree, ain't nobody came up yet. You know what I mean? We're just chopping it up, just talking shit. Sports. This shit turned into a sports night. Shit, speaking of sports though. Oh shit. I think y'all think what's the name over with, bro? KC, Kansas City. Kansas City, that team's over with. It's over. Don't nobody fear them no more. Philly really is the real deal on both sides of the ball. And I think the that fucking what's name's ran its course. Hell, every team that gets a back-to-back Super Bowl, bro, you get that, and you back to being obsolete for like 10 years. So if anything, I think they cut their losses. You put fucking you finish the season up, get any and everything you can get for fucking Travis Kelce. Of course, you keep Pat Mahomes, don't trade him. Right? We get Travis Kelce ass up out of there. You know what I mean? Because he's on the decline at this point. This motherfucker doing more whining than fucking catching footballs. Pause. And he clearly focused on fucking getting married to Taylor Swift and shit. Well, no, I mean, I think even that, I think that's gonna be a desperation thing. Tyreek Hill going there because everybody in the Dolphins gonna be gone too, and I feel bad for Tua, man. I think Tua needs to retire. I think Tua needs to retire, man. I don't think he need you know what I mean, push it until he either motherfucking die on the field. This motherfucker, don't remember his name, walking off of it. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, Creed. That's right. You from Kansas City. I'm sorry, Creed. It's the truth, baby. It's over with. It's over with, Creed. Y'all had a good run, Creed. Y'all had a great run, Creed. Creed, I got fucking 3 Super Bowls in what, 4 years? I got 3 Super Bowls in 4 years. One of them back to back. Come on, Creed. Stop being greedy. See, everybody want to be greedy, man. Everybody, look, bro. No, if one pro team won every year, nobody will watch sports. Okay? You got to spread the wealth. Pause. Nah, it's not just after 2 games, man. Just even last year, how they lost, nobody saw that. And just the decline over the thing, man. I think it just ran its course. Everybody got them figured out. I didn't know I muted. My bad. Nah, yeah, I'm on mute. But nah, Cree, I was checking the Ticketmaster. I know they come in. They play Jacksonville on October 6th down here. Cree, you can hit the link whenever. Hey, we want all the smoke. It's over, Cree. I know. I hate to be the one to tell you, baby. It's over with. It is over. The Kansas City dynasty is over. Yeah, man. Nah, DJ Fireproof. I just think, nah, man. It's pretty sad though. You know, because you don't ever want to see no shit like that. I was talking about artifacts, bro. Nah, that shit is bro. Lakers not winning no chip this year. They actually talking about Kawhi Leonard though, possibly ended up in with the Lakers. Possibly. I wouldn't like that because Kawhi is so undependable when it comes to his health. I think you need to pair Luka with a better big than Ayton, a scoring big. Use fucking Ayton as your defensive anchor. Get you a good 4 that can score, right? And then balance it the rest out with shooters. Everybody's so high up on what's the white boy name? Everybody's so high up on him. Trade him. Get him out of there, bro. Get him out of there. Get a good piece for him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Luka done lost a lot of weight, man. What you talking, bro? Boogie Cousins is fucking retired, bro. Boogie Cousins is not NBA shape and NBA effective no more, dog. It's gonna be a motherfucking meat grinder trying to get out the West, bro, the next couple years, dog. As long as that team is there, OKC keeping that team together, keeping that core together, and I think they got it for at least another 3 years or so. It's gonna be tough, bro. The way Shai's playing, and then too, you got to see what Denver gonna do. I think Denver's starting to what's name. Don't be surprised if motherfucking do not be surprised, bro, if fucking Jokic end up in LA. I'll say that. Don't be surprised if Jokic end up in LA. Remember, Fantastic said that shit. Houston is cooked, bro. Houston, like, bro, no, it's not gonna happen, dog. Listen, KD had his run, right, with arguably one of the greatest teams ever, right? One of the greatest rosters ever. KD had that run, bro. He's not going to be able to duplicate that with another. That these young boys not going to be able to do it. Not going to be able to do it. Yeah, after LeBron's up out of there, bro, and you know how LA is, and they want to keep these new people exactly. So that's another big thing too. I don't think people understanding. These new people that are buying these teams, man, these new billionaires, dog, just like Ballmer. Ballmer's a perfect example, bro. They're gonna spend the bread, bro. And they want to, you know what I'm saying? They want the fans to get used to the new people taking over. You know what I'm saying? They want all the attention. They want the jersey sales. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not. I don't like Houston. It's not. I don't like them. I'm just saying, KD going to that team is not going to be transcendent with the competition that he's going to be up against. I think Ime's a great coach. I think Ime's an extremely good coach. But is Ime going to be able to make that work with KD? You feel what I'm saying? I feel I don't. It all depends on when Kyrie come back because I know Kyrie's recovering from the ACL, right? So it depends on when Kyrie gets back, if he get which I don't plan on to be in the first half of the season, and what Cooper Flag can actually do. because of you depending on AD to carry a team for the first half of the season. We know that's not a good look. Boston got a squad. They just traded away fucking J. Rue. They just traded away Porzingis. What are you talking about? And Jason Tatum is going to be out for the season. Jason Tatum is going to be out for the season, bro. He's coming off a fucking Achilles tear, dog. Early, bro. I'm not saying they're done. I don't think Dallas is done. I don't think they're done. It all depends on what's the name though. No. ACL, no. I remember what's the name came back from ACL, not the whole season. And he tore it during I want to say what it was early in the second half of the season. So he may not, what's the name? TLP, damn them Celtics. I see Boston, bro. You smoking, man, stop. Brother. Jaylen Brown is not that good, dog. Jaylen Brown's good, but 4th or 5th seed in the East. Who's left? He got Derek White, and I don't even know who their big man is at this point. What are you talking about? It's him, Derek White, and who else? Nah, bro, it's over with. No way. Hater. I bet you the Lakers have a better record than the Celtics this year. I bet on that. Knicks is not. Bro, listen. The problem with the Knicks, and I don't know if Hoop's still here, bro. Tom Thibodeau is the defensive version of fucking Mike D'Antoni. Tom Thibodeau and Mike D'Antoni are the same fucking coach, bro, just on the opposite ends of the spectrum. When you need them to motherfucking pull up a scheme in the last 2 minutes, bro, to win the game, invisible man every time. They regular season coaches, they up to the conference final coaches. At that, bro, they always crumble. Tom Thibodeau is not a championship coach, bro. He's not. Oh, Mike Brown, the same thing. Mike Brown had the best. People forget those LeBron teams before he left for Miami. Bro, LeBron had the best motherfucking record. The Cavs had the best record in the league. Like back-to-back years, 60-some wins. They couldn't beat the Celtics the year before. And then they couldn't beat Orlando with Dwight Howard. Good. Well, they fired him, but they still didn't hire a coach that's gonna get them over the top. Mike Brown's not gonna get you over the top, man. Hell no. No way. For one, how many cities even got that? I think it's only like what, maybe 5? It's gonna be that would have to be a LA team. I mean, or a Cali team or a Florida team. That's the only people that really got all 3. Cali, Florida, New York, and what, DC? For real? Think about it. Baltimore got a football team. Ain't no Baltimore basketball team. What's Indiana? What's the Indiana baseball team? I don't even know what the Indiana baseball team is. Does Indiana have a baseball team? Yeah, in Texas. It's only a few states that qualify. Atlanta, but we know that's not happening. That's 1,000,000,000 odds. The Atlanta Falcons, the Atlanta Hawks, and the Atlanta Braves winning all in the same year. Stop it, bro. Jesus coming back. Take me, Lord. If all 3 Atlanta fucking professional teams win, nigga, the rapture soon come. Nah, I look, bro. It is not easy to repeat in the NBA, and unfortunately, bro, you have to always consider like injuries and shit, right? So, of course, not wishing anything bad on them, but nah, man. You got to see all the moves that's going to be made, especially the moves that are going to be made before the trade deadline. No, E-Dub, ain't no sharing, my nigga. Pause. Ain't no sharing no motherfucking team. No, the Washington Bullets was always the Washington Bullets, as in Washington, D.C., bro. Never. You can't be in two different cities. That's like saying Jacksonville and fucking Tallahassee share the Jaguars. No, sir. No. Not your team, bro. That's why it's called that city. Either okay. I ain't gonna argue with you, brother. I thought Baltimore had another. I thought the basketball team for them was the Baltimore Braves. If I remember right. I remember the throwbacks. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. The Baltimore Braves or some shit like that. They had orange and black jerseys. Was the NBA or ABA team or whatever it was. But it is what it is. But yeah, man. What's going on with sports? I think they talking about finally fucking banning the tush push. Cleveland, yeah, Cleveland Indians or Guardians now. Cleveland Guardians, Cleveland Browns, and Cleveland Cavaliers, yeah. The link pinned to the top, man. Just click on it and it's under the Cash App link. It's in there. Crawford, man, listen. Whoever the hell he want to fight. Whoever he want to fight at 175 or smaller. I think that's his limit. Now, if he does what he did this time, I can see him even being a threat at light heavy, which would be crazy because, bro, if I tell you this, if Bud Crawford goes up to what's light heavy in boxing, 185, 190, what's light heavy at for boxing? I know it's 205 for like MMA, but I don't know what the weight class is for light heavyweight. What is it? What's light heavyweight? No, 175 is super middle. That's where they just fought at. At least I thought. Or am I tripping? They just fought at one, or did they fight at 165? I could have swore they just fought at 175. I thought. Oh, let me see. 168. Let me see. Boxing. Wait. Yeah, 175. Shit. Yeah, Dimitri Bivol. Listen, bro. Tell you this shit right here. Bivol and Bietrabev, them motherfuckers right there are two. Hey, if Crawford can beat either one of those two, bro, he the GOAT. Okay. Ali the Great. That's what I thought. I thought that's what it was or whatever. Sir Tice, you don't think if he can beat those two? Shit. Stop it, man. They go up. Sure, Tice, he be 4 weight classes undisputed, bro. That's unheard of. No, E-Dub, I wasn't saying that they won the team. You said share the team. That's what got me wrong. Got me fucked up, bro. No, I'm not saying you was wrong on that. I know Baltimore had a team. I didn't know it was the Bullets. I thought it was like the Braves or some shit. But hey, I ain't gonna argue that. You crazy. Calvin Dickerson. Again, bro, no. I'm gonna say this again. Listen. If Terrence Bud Crawford becomes a 4 weight class undisputed fucking champion, bro, he is the GOAT. I don't think y'all understand this shit. Okay? He is the GOAT. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Ali only ever fought at fucking heavyweight. I understand. Might have been fucking light heavy or cruiser. Bro, Bud Crawford started at 130 something. Nah, he's not the GOAT now. I don't think he's a GOAT now. A GOAT. But the GOAT? Nah. Oh, man, we got somebody that got smoke. What's up, man?
What's up, man? I got a little friendly Fumar, man.
What's going on?
There's a little smoke for for my Spanish speakers out there. Nah, man, I want to revisit the Pat Bev thing, man, a little bit, man. I found your takes to be a little interesting.
Okay.
Well, so I guess the baseline of it, listen, man, I'm a cat. I'm from Houston. I do not like Pat Bev at all. I think Pat Bev is a lot of mouth, but that's what got him, to where he is. He's a guy who's, I mean, and listen, let me give him his flowers. Chicago, you look at his points up at the average, like 28 points per game. Went to Arkansas, pulled up, as we say in the South, did his thing. I forgot, averaging 20 some odd points in Arkansas. Y'all fact check me in the chat. But in the NBA, he's a role player, so I understand, man. Like, so for role players, the rope is a little short. It's like I almost shut your bitch ass up. I don't want to hear too much of what you got to say, but at the same time, I don't think we can dismiss somebody just because they're a role player and just say just because Trey cooked him that he can't speak on about his leadership skills, about guys who play with him and what they said, the returns on like, hey, this is how I receive him. I don't think we can dismiss his opinion just because individually he sucks.
You saying, okay. So you're saying because Pat Bev sucks individually. Yeah. Well, no, I'm not saying that his opinion should be invalidated. But what I'm looking at it is okay, you're speaking from a realm that you don't understand. He's criticizing, and it was about the All-Star game, right? Pat Bev never came close to being an All-Star. Never, right?
Facts.
So
Facts.
He's speaking on behalf, I guess, like the fans that ask a question, and instead of just being like, hey man, some people don't take it serious or so on and so forth. He shot at everybody. This nigga, like Pat Bev fashion, like you said, Pat Bev shot at all motherfucking All-Star players, right? You lazy, you this, you don't give a fuck about the game. I think he said, something very inflammatory, like they don't love the game of basketball. They don't care about the game of basketball, right? So when you get one guy to respond and it's Trey, you can't then motherfucking flip it on Trey and then try to say about how he hadn't won when, he won more than you. The wins that he does have, he's directly motherfucking responsible for. The run that Trey had that year in 2021, that was phenomenal, bro. So I think Trey to feel offended, and especially for him to, Trey said some light shit, right? Just like whatever, like, hey, calm down. And then Pat Bev go full Pat Bev fashion. I think Trey was warranted in his response, man. I'm not saying that he shouldn't, like Pat Bev shouldn't have nothing to say, but I think Trey Young's response to him saying, nigga, you not qualified to speak on it, I agree with that 1,000%.
Fair enough, and I say the exact opposite, respectfully, because here's the thing, man. So the NBA has a issue about them not being popular right now, and it's like they're incredulous about why people don't, for lack of better terms, fuck with the NBA like they used to, because all these dudes do is glaze each other, man. Like, one another player I love is actually Draymond Green. I hate his antics, but I've been, a Draymond fan since Michigan State. Being an underdog, all he does is just talk well of people, especially if you're Clutch Sports related. So, and we've seen from a viewership standpoint that people are just off the NBA. Like me, I'm a lifetime NBA fan, and the apathy I have for this product is just so crazy because these dudes, all they do is speak well to somebody. Like, you can't get Jalen Rose to talk no critique about anybody. Everything is just all rosy. All the game is so great. Meanwhile, all these Euros coming in taking the game over. You know, I played overseas. And listen, man, them dudes are half as talented as us, but like twice more fundamentally sound. And I say that because these people don't want to critique the game who are here stateside. And what's happening is we're burying our head in the sand and we're just acting like everything's okay and like, you know, everybody's fine when it's not. Like, I'm a Laker fan who lives in LA. It's a dumpster fire with this LeBron-led situation, whereas this dude is past his prime. Fam, me and you a few days apart in age. We both 41, about to be 42. LeBron's 40, about to be 41. Listen, man, for you to have this guy as a staple of your team and you just acting like all these things, his plus or minus, his defensive acumen, you acting like these things just don't exist because you want to promote the positivity of the game. All these things culminate to like why people ain't really fucking with the NBA like that, right? So when somebody come in and actually give us some pushback, man, I give a lot of credit to that, bro.
No, I'm not. Again, I'm for all the pushback and the smoke and so on and so forth. You know how I feel about LeBron too. I think that ship sailed like 2 seasons ago. I feel like we should have fucking traded LeBron to get the best fucking possible thing we could get for him. But you know, he got the no trade clause, and furthermore, you know, that's not something that Jeannie Buss would have wanted to do, right? I think the new owners are sending the right message, pretty much letting them know, hey, bro, this is no longer your team. You're not calling no shots. We not going through you for shit. Right.
Facts.
And you know what I mean? So I think it's much needed. You know, fresh blood, as they say, so on and so forth. And I think I forget who said it, but I think LeBron James really is holding the league back, bro. I think he got to turn the motherfucking reins over. But because LeBron is LeBron, right? And they're trying to still, you know, he's better than Jordan shit. So now he's gonna play, you know, turn into the motherfucking marathon man, right? And you know, just run the scores up so you know nobody can never, you know, overcome the all-time scoring champion or whatever. But yeah, man, I'm just saying, right? The Pat Bev, Trae Young combo for me is like whatever Smush had to say about Kobe, right? He played with him. You feel me? That he played, Smush played with Kobe, but nigga, how dare you? Nigga is like whatever he had to say, so on and so forth, is critical. Hey man, you Smush Parker, that's Kobe Bryant, and of course, you know I'm not putting Trae in the, you know, in the same realm as Kobe, but you know I'm just saying as being a franchise player, the go-to guy, to where it's win or lose, you're gonna get the, you know what I mean, you're gonna get way more to blame than you get the credit. And I think, and like I said, I think when we look at it as a deeper perspective, like you said. My bad. Like I said, but no, you agree. The Steph Curry, you know what I mean? The Steph Curry archetype they're trying to get him on, and then you put him in Atlanta of all places, and you don't give him no help. And he, like I said, the one run that season, bro, it's crazy. You know what I mean? So I think that Trae's got built up frustration, and he alluded to it because he said, "Hey man, it's a lot of shit that people done said, and I ain't say nothing. I pretty much stay out of it." He just respond with a Drake meme or shit, you know, so on and so forth. But for him to actually come out and say some shit, I think he was just fed up.
Well, I feel it, man. But my thing is this, man. Trae was put in an impossible position to start off to be Steph Curry 2.0, right? And I gave you the shooting statistics that, you know, a worse version of Steph shooting 7% wise less for his career, right? And at the end of the day, he's not above reproach. Now, is he, you know, viable to give his flowers to, like you kind of lamented to his 2021 season? Yes, absolutely, man. I don't believe in monolithic thought in anything. So you can give him credit for going to the ECF in 2021. You know, granted. But again, you can't take away from Pat Bev's assessment of him not being the greatest leader if he in fact talked to Trae's ex-teammates and saying like, yeah, there's just something missing with this cat. I don't think that's off the pale to say. And so for the people, you know, in the cheap seats, i.e. us, we say that Pat Bev can't speak on no superstar because he was a bench, well, not a bench player, but he was a 6-man kind of guy and a 5th option rotation player. You can't say he can't speak on what he's seen because he's been in the trenches. Just so much of us in the cheap seats who don't have no inside information, we have no problem saying that somebody can't speak on somebody or somebody sucks or this, that, and the third. So the logic got to be fluid. So if that's the case, then we shouldn't say shit. But we know that's not the case. We can speak on what we see. So I think I grant Pat Bev that same latitude if he can provide references to, his assessment. Because again, these guys who don't get a lot of minutes make for great coaches, good to great coaches. We can go down the line with Pat Riley, Phil Jackson, Scott Brooks, Mo Cheeks. Well, Mo Cheeks was pretty good. Let me not say Mo Cheeks. But you know what I mean, Ime Udoka, so on and so forth. So we can't invalidate the way that they, especially point guards, for example. Point guards have a very erudite, assessment of things. So I'm not willing to say throw the baby out with the bathwater with his take just because Pat Bev individually sucks.
No, like I said, I agree. I think Pat Bev has some valid things to say, but when it's only because of a response and he's not giving that critique to Chris Paul. He's not giving that critique to LaMelo Ball. He's not giving that critique to who else? Hell, John Morant. Right? So that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm not saying it's malicious, but it's responsive. So if he was doing this and consistently, hey, this person needs to, you've been in the league this long, you never won. Has he said that to Westbrook? Westbrook got what? Got MVPs, got motherfucking triple doubles, all this shit, and Westbrook Westbrook been to what, one finals?
That'd be the first thing I would win at personally, but go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. And you and him got actual history and beef. I think it was like, some soft target shit. I think he felt like Trey wasn't gonna respond, but Trey pulled the fuck up and he hit that nigga with nothing but facts. So now I'm with you. I don't feel anything in the way. I'm not saying he just shut the fuck up. I'm looking at nigga, you got cooked. You responded, right? You said something out of pocket. Trey hit you with a little quick, like, hey, sit down, young fella. You know what I mean? So on and so forth. You came back with something, much fucking more in depth and alluding to, you got, saying things about his character, saying shit about his leadership, seriously criticizing him as a player. And Trey just responded with facts, man. So like I said, I'm not saying he should be silenced, but I'm saying Trey silenced him with his motherfucking response. It's like, nigga, you should be.
What I'm gonna say is, bro, just because you fried me don't mean I don't see you how I see you. Just because I don't have the lateral skills to stay in front of you doesn't mean I don't see you as a leader how I see you. That's my retort.
No, I got you. Yeah. That's two totally different things. But like I said, I think we agree on Trae Young's leadership skills is something tough to even assess. I think because of the position he's in, man. Like I said, hey, he had the teams that Chris Paul has had. Hey, he had the teams that Russell Westbrook has had. Hey, he had the teams to where they were clearly built up teams to where he could have did something, phenomenal and didn't. I think we can have that conversation. But Trae Young, what his best center was what's the African boy name?
Clint Capella.
Yeah, Clint Capella, man. Come on, stop it. Clint Capella, they gave him Clint Capella, and then
he also had Collins. Collins was a solid big.
Jason Collins. Jason Collins got suspended for motherfucking doing them roids. You feel me?
Yeah.
The Jason Collins thing again. He didn't have true. He didn't have a true number 2 option, bro. And then they tried to fix it with the DeJounte Murray shit, the DeJounte Murray gamble, and that shit didn't work either. So actually, like I said, I don't think, and it's gonna sound crazy, I don't think he's a true number 1 option just because of the size shit. For real. Same thing with I say the same thing. Well, Dame, I think Dame's a number 1. Dame proved himself to be a number 1. But again, that small guard shit, bro, is gonna be tough. You feel me? Outside of Stephen Wardell Curry, if you are not him and you're under fucking 6'5", bro,
yep,
as the number 1 option, it's gonna be hell on, and it's gonna be a lot, bro.
Well, I'm gonna say this, fam.
Understand this.
Man, Steph is one of one, man. So one thing that's hard to do is to critique the fray, from the exception. That's something that you don't want to ever get caught in, because you're gonna be in deep water trying to apply that to everybody
Exactly.
else. You feel
Yeah.
me? And Steph is 6'3" at the end of the day. Like, he looked like a little old beige dude, but at the end of the day, he's 6'3".
He's 6'3", solid.
He not, and he's NBA pedigree. Like, his dad taught him and Seth how to be pros since day one. So, there's a lot of variance that you can't apply across the board. But with all that being said, the problem with Trey's case is he's going to be forever compared to the dude he was traded against on draft night. And everybody know who that is, right?
With Luka?
Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic is going to be the litmus test to see where Trey is at. And every time that Trey doesn't quite equal up to what Luka's done, guess what people are going to naturally do? Compare, right? So,
Well, you know what though?
Go ahead.
I say that would be a fair comparison, but then too, like you said, listen, one dude is 6'8".
Of
And
course.
look at the team and the teams he's had. This nigga played with Kyrie. He played with who was there before Kyrie?
Porzingis was there at one point, but Porzingis was hurt all the time.
Porzingis, before Porzingis got traded to fucking before he got traded to Washington and
It
Boston.
wasn't nobody there. It was Dennis Smith Jr. It wasn't nobody over there before then.
But when he started getting hot, when he started making his thing, bro, they were solid. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying, bro. It's like
He playing in tough West, man. I can't do that, fam. He playing in tough West, and he made his way through there. But yeah, you're right. So again, I'm anti-young scoring first players because it will not work. Again, Steph don't really count because he's 6'3". AI was the exception, but it was a one-time affair. And Larry Brown had to stack the whole defense to cater to AI's deficiency, i.e. putting Eric Snow as the quote-unquote point guard, but Eric Snow guarding the two guard night in, night out. You feel me? So you're hiding AI basically, and it was a perfect storm for that 1 year. They beat our Lakers game one, and they caught that issue for the last 4 games.
Yeah, 4 games.
So
yeah.
you know what I mean. So that was the exception to the rule. Not Isaiah Thomas, quoted, but again, going back with him saying that I talked to other Hawks players and they said this about you. Now I would say this, I don't want to speak out of ignorance. Now, you did allude to earlier, he spoke about a few other players, right?
Who?
Pat Bev.
No, he didn't. That's what I'm saying. He hasn't.
Okay, he only went to Trey.
Yeah, Trey only.
Okay, interesting you picked him. Okay, all right, so I'll go with your premise with that. Because me, man, listen, man, if that's the case, yeah, I can go with Westbrook quicker and sooner. When you didn't have KD, Harden, Ibaka, and company, what do? Not much of nothing. You know what I mean? It still put up individual stats. I know some people in the comment section not gonna be feeling that take, but it is what it is. So yeah, I mean, listen, man. I'm just amongst the school of thought that, I played Division I basketball in real life. I played probably a good 11 NBA dudes in real life. And I know that level is a tough level, no matter if you a rotation guy, if you're a star player. So just give context. The best player I played is
it's totally night and day, bro. Like I say,
LaMarcus Aldridge is probably the best player I played in my life. And that nigga was a prop.
On the bench is gonna give you 50 in any gym you drop him in. He's stepped
right
in.
So for the listening audience, have you ever heard a guy named Cartier Martin? No. He played for the Pistons and the Wizards, and that nigga was a bucket. I couldn't do nothing with him. I played from high school all through high school. He ended up, going to Kansas State. And he went to the league. Couldn't do nothing with that dude. I would say he better than PJ Tucker individually, but PJ Tucker had the better NBA career. So all my point is, man, if you league, you league. So I'm gonna listen to you speak because you went against the best. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I said I can't argue that, especially I say with Pat Bev being like you say a premier defender for his time. But when you're that premier defender, he cooked your ass.
He did.
You coming to him for leadership and this and results and all this other shit, and it's like, bro, y'all got the same results at the end of the day, and you played on better teams. So you played on better teams. You played on better teams. You were on better rosters. You really didn't get playing time your last 3 years, and then your last 2 seasons, bro. You like glorified bench warmer, and that, like I said, it's no disrespect. I mean, like I said, you had your time, you had your run, but yeah, man, I think Trey just got frustrated, and that's why he clapped back, man. And that nigga, hey, he
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 got the
spun the
right to
block.
though. I'm not shitting on Trey for saying what he's saying. I mean, he a younger guy too, so he gonna say what he say. I mean, I don't take any umbrance with that at all. All I'm saying is though, Pat is a guy who's tried and true. Like this dude didn't go drafted, went to the G League, went overseas for a year or two, got picked up by Miami, then Houston, made him a starter, and then he never looked back. You know what I'm saying? Like he's seen some shit. That's all I'm saying. So I'm not going to dismiss his take from assessing other players just on the fact that individually he's not that good. That's it. That's pretty much my point.
I wasn't saying completely, totally dismiss it. I'm just like, hey, man, hey, you come for the king, you better not miss type shit. That's what Trey was on.
I feel it. That shit kind of bored. He said he wore Black Forces.
Yeah, crazy. Shout out to
Look
Artifacts, brother. Really appreciate you for the 2, man. Let's real quick.
Man, you didn't read my super chat, bro.
Oh shit! Shout out, man. I ain't even sure I fucking missed it. Shout out to Hoop Jargon in the building, man. For the $2, man. Greatly appreciate you, brother. Say Panda today. I want in today. Yeah, man, for sure, man. Most definitely, you're up here, man. Like I say, every Thursday, bro. I'm gonna keep it running for as long as I can. I think this turned into, we'll make it work. We'll flex it no matter what. I think it turned into a nice little sports convo.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed it, man. I just want to say that one little piece, man, because you can't dismiss, especially again in the cheap seats, man. You can't say a dude who wasn't as great as the next player can't speak on another nigga if you in the cheap seat speaking on another nigga. Make it make sense. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And let me say this too, man, about the Mike Vick, Deion Sanders thing, man. Hold on, man. What the hell's going on here? What's going on, bro?
What's going on?
Boys talking about Vick is on the same level as Prime. Like, hold on now.
Hey, listen.
I was flabbered and gassed it.
Listen, man. Recency bias is a thing, dog. Recency bias is a thing, and I you know what's crazy? What I'm starting to realize, bro, it's so many people that didn't see shit in real time, and all they got now is like clips and shit and like reruns. Bro, you just had to be there. A lot of this sports shit, that's what it is, man. Like, bro, I remember I hated Michael Jordan, nigga. Hated him.
Facts, me too.
Couldn't stand him. You know what I mean? I was rooting for the fucking Phoenix Suns, nigga. I was rooting for Charles Barkley to win. Nigga, not even close. That's what I was just saying. I watched this man demolish motherfuckers, bro. Just real time. So I'm just like, bro, you had to see Deion Sanders at that time. No, I don't think athletically, outside of Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson were levels. And I mean levels above everybody else that had on motherfucking football pads in the helmet, bro. And for Deion to do what he was able to do, dog, in that fucking Atlanta Falcons jersey, bro, it's not even close, bro. You just had to, I think I probably got an unfair advantage because I'm from Georgia. But at the same time, like, yeah, bro, you just like that was one of the names you always heard. And he did the same thing in San Francisco. He did the same thing in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Hell, even, for a couple of moments when he came back in Baltimore. So I just like, bro, Deion Sanders is one of the best motherfucking football players, hands down, regardless of motherfucking position. Top 5 all time. And you can't, and Michael Vick, love him to death, bro. But nah, it's not even close.
Not even
crazy.
Close. Now, I'm gonna put it like this, bro. In that era, it was so hard to stay loyal to your team because there was so many niggas around doing unheard of shit. I'm from Houston, so I grew up Rockets and Oilers / Cowboys. So like I'm like you, bro. I hated Jordan. Like I'm like fuck Jordan. Like I want that nigga to lose at every turn. Except Phoenix, because Phoenix beat us in that was it 94? I want to say 93, something like that. One of them goddamn years. So you know what I'm saying? Like it just was so hard because I love Penny Hardaway. I loved even Charles Barkley, Sean Kemp. like it was so many likable niggas at the time, so it was hard to kind of stay at the home team. So bringing it to Prime was just different, man. Like, and people don't understand that's why he's so popular now. Even at his old ass age, nigga got 8 toes. People like we niggas our age look at him like we just smile every time we see him because like we remember what that nigga was in real time.
In real time, bro. In real time. And that, we ain't talking about the must be the money. Niggas, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we, must be the money. You feel me? So, like that, again, man, you just had to be there, man. I don't think motherfuckers understand. Like I said, Big had a good little run, but like just football, it's not even, bro. They're not in the same universe, dog. Not even close.
Bro, when last time you seen a nigga with some Michael Vick shoes on? And I love Michael Vick, but I'm just, you know,
when they was out, Vic, hey, you crazy as hell, nigga. Everybody wore Vicks, nigga.
Well, you in Georgia, so maybe that's a little different.
I was in when Vic was in what's the name? I was in the Navy by then. Everybody was rocking Vicks. Everybody,
I
bro.
seen like 4 pair of them hoes. But all right, fair enough. But when Prime was rocking, nigga, everybody had them Diamond and Turfs on. Tell me I'm lying.
For sure. No, whenever they retro, they sold out. Everybody caught them. Yeah,
every time. Yeah, every time.
Nah, Vic had when Vic was before the dog shit, bro. Vic was that nigga, dog. Merch.
I'm with you. I got 3 Michael Vick jerseys, nigga. So I'm with you. I'm not just missing. I'm just saying, he wasn't Prime. Though.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, not even close. Not even fucking close, bro. Not even close.
Not even close. Vic was so nice that we like Marcus Vick bum ass. Just because we wanted another Vic to be down the pipeline and want that nigga to be like him. Somebody tell me I'm lying.
For one of them niggas look just like, and they like, I think they like a couple years apart or some shit, right? But that nigga there was hell on wheels, bro. I was stationed in Norfolk when he was wilding. That nigga was wilding. Wild police chases, like just crazy shit. That nigga was on the news every other night, bro. No exaggeration. Marcus Vick was the original YN nigga.
Real though.
Marcus Vick was the motherfucking YN prototype, bro.
But I mean, listen, man, it's a whole thing, man. I think it's good we qualify, success with people because, I mean, like certain success levels don't always balance out. Like it's okay to praise Vic and give him every flower he deserves and understand that, if it's a mountain, what I'm saying, like the Mortal Kombat combative mountain, Vic got a whole bunch of characters to go up to touch Prime. So it is what it is.
Yeah, bro. He not even making it out the quarterback thing, man. Vic not even making it out of the quarterback tower.
He's not making Randall Cunningham, Air McNair. Like he got a long way to go up to be the top of the black quarterback paradigm to compare himself to Prime, which is pound for pound the best DB that's ever done it. Like that's a lot. That said a lot, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nobody even, like they said. You remember the shit where I think it was Asante Samuel.
Mm-hmm.
He was mad, right? Because motherfuckers weren't giving him his due as he thought or whatever. But it's like, bro, when you talk about DB number one, nigga, it's 2 names, only 2. Okay, you mad because motherfucking your name ain't fucking Sanders, your name ain't Revis, nigga. Okay, your name ain't Sanders, your name ain't Revis. So and even with the Revis shit, bro, like he's still clear second. But yeah, man, I think it's only 2 positions for sure to where there's an undeniable GOAT without a doubt. Everything else you can be argued, and it's like levels is close. But everything else, bro, like, nah, man, it's just totally different. And like I said, there's no disrespect to Vic. Got mad love for Vic, man. I think what he did was he revolutionized, the quarterback position. He revolutionized offenses. Because of him, bro. Hey, that's why you got these motherfucking D linemen that can motherfucking run, 4.5 and 40s and shit, right? You got to have these fast ass fucking D linemen and middle linebackers. Yeah, man. Because nigga, I remember that, bro. What year was that? When he was on the cover of fucking Madden?
04.
Yeah, bro. Stop it. Motherfucker get Michael Vick. Like, don't even. Yeah, man. Fuck this shit. Nigga, you cheating, nigga. Get Michael Vick, nigga. You cheating.
Yeah, I mean, and we know that like that's how niggas' logic system go through the video game because in Tecmo Bowl, Bo Jackson, and by design, they made him unstoppable on that game because he was that unstoppable on the field. And Vic was that way, with Madden 04. like you said, like you just get that thing and scramble, and it's a wrap. Like you don't need no
Oh,
game strategy. It's just a wrap.
wow,
It
bro.
got so bad, niggas started putting cornerbacks at DN just so they can kind of set the edge to keep them inside. Like that's how bad it was with Vic.
Yeah, man. That shit there, man. Like I said, it was it was totally different, bro. But
It
nah,
was.
I just think I think like I said, a lot of this shit too. You know, the whole Charles Barkley just made his rounds again. And he had full out war with fucking Clutch Sports and shit, and he exposing the shit LeBron got going on, bro. Magic Johnson just made the announcement. Look, bro, Jordan is just it's a reason why everybody recognizes him as the GOAT, bro. Everybody. So I just don't get it. And again, LeBron is great. LeBron, points and all this other shit and so on and so forth. But bro, just off the eye test, bro. Come on, bro. It's not the same, dog. And crazy enough, I think niggas was scared afraid of LeBron, Miami LeBron and what he didn't win the first year in Cleveland, but the second year in Cleveland. But when KD did to LeBron what he did to him, bro, he was forever human after that.
Mm-hmm.
When KD shit on LeBron, bro, in that game, and I remember the second series, he ran away from the matchup and he hit the same exact shot he hit the year before in the finals. Yeah, man. I think that was a gentleman's sweep the second time around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and nobody even talk about that. Like, bro, they straight demolished. The first one, hey, cool, fine, whatever. But the second one, bro, hey, it took their heart from the season previous. So, but yeah, man, Jordan, bro, like motherfuckers, the players even say it now. I heard Dame talking about it, right? With the top 75 players or whatever. And he's saying just like how when Jordan walked in the room, this nigga literally got a glowing aura and shit. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody turned around, MJ in the building. So I don't know, man. But hey, LeBron got a hell of a fucking PR team. Clutch Sports is, anything and everything for fucking LeBron, man.
Well, I'm gonna say this, man. This whole house of cards that Clutch Sports has established for the last 2 decades is falling down. And here's what I mean. Earlier this summer, Rich Paul tried to run interference for LeBron because, listen, man, we all got 2 eyes and 2 ears, bro, and God gave it to us, and most of us can use it very proficiently. They're trying to rejigger, what we actually saw with our 2 eyes right now. And so, like I said, with Rich Paul, what he did was he said that there was basically no real big 3 in Miami. Now, that's some insulting ass shit. If you my age, we remember in 2011 when we was like, man, these niggas cheating. That was the sentiment, right? The sentiment was these niggas are embarking on something that guys who are 25 to 27 years old just don't do. You don't opt out of your super max and go somewhere else and gang up, right? And that's what LeBron, Wade, and Bosh did. So Rich Paul tries to play it off like, well, Bosh, he contributed a lot, but he really wasn't what I would consider a big 3 person. Well, goddamn, what do you think happens when a guy who averages 22 and 11, main fixture for Toronto, comes to your team, as a face-up big, and all of a sudden this nigga is a fucking 3-and-D stretch 4? Of course he gonna take a back seat because that's not, man. I grew up, in Houston, Bosh and Dallas. We the same age. Dog, Bosh been that dude since forever, man. So you bring him in to be a role player. So of course his stats are gonna dwindle down. And if you guys remember when LeBron went back to Cleveland, Bosh stats went right back up to where they were in Miami. So that's strike number 1. And now they're going in again. And so he's sending his minions to go and tear down Jordan's legacy, to say all this, insane shit. And like the old heads are like, okay, enough is enough, because I know how it was against Jordan, and Jordan was just different. So here's what's going to whoop Clutch Sports ass. A lot of their opinions is with this cumulative stat shit. They saying that, okay, you done put up 23 years and you the first to do this, that, and the third. Now, being a triple threat player, meaning, obviously scoring, rebounding, and assists. All these young niggas behind you like Giannis, Jokic, Wemby, Luka, they gonna come demolish all this longevity triple stat thing. And that's the part that they're missing. So why is that relevant to the Jordan comparison? Because that's all you can argue over Jordan. When Jordan didn't play the game that way, he didn't grow up shooting a three. He didn't grow up being a triple threat shooting guard. He grew up being a natural shooting guard. So what Jordan did do is more defensive accolades, more offensive accolades, and the more he plays, it's going to be half the time. So if you guys don't know, Jordan played 13 full NBA seasons. 13. He played 15 in total, two of which he played less than 22 games. He got hurt twice. So all this stuff, like once LeBron hangs him up and you start going off of, you throw the cumulative stat argument away, you start going off percentages and averages. The Jordan narrative just kills it. It kills it. Done more work in half the time, more championships, fewer losses, and it's just gonna age so badly, man. So me as a resident old head, I just sit back and laugh because I'm like, man, as a Kobe fan, like me and you, we share that together. Kobe's my nigga. So LeBron niggas and shit on Kobe so much, having more championships and having more cumulative stats. But if you watch the two players, Kobe the better player. So, but they used all this stat shit, right, to beat out Kobe. So how the old school say, the same thing to make you laugh, the same shit to make you cry.
Make you
And
cry,
when these
goddamn.
old niggas gonna start trumping his numbers, and there's gonna be no argument. So right now, I don't know about you, I got LeBron at about 4. When these niggas start catching up to his stats, man, don't be surprised when he creep down to that 7-8 mark. I'm just saying.
No, yeah. I will put. I gotta have. You gotta have him in the top 3, bro. You gotta have him in the top 3. For
I got him
me,
3. I'm sorry. I got him 3. I'm sorry. I got him 3.
For me is what I mean, is Jordan, Cole, LeBron, right? And then throw Cap in there. No, I think Cap gets left out a lot, but I think that era of basketball was just totally different, right? You had the advantage of getting into the NBA in its infancy. That's why nobody really talks about Bill Russell like that. RIP to him, right? But like, bro, it's just like no comparison. You put Bill Russell in today's NBA, bro. He's I think a lesser version of Dennis Rodman, right? Or just at best. You feel me? Because I think he was like what 6'9", 6'10", real thing, all those different things, and so on and so forth. But bro, I don't you put him over the prime Shaq. And you can see what happened. He got demolished by Wilt. He got demolished by Cap. So I mean,
I would say too, it's only 8 teams at the time too. So that weakens the
emphasis. He didn't like the you know what I mean. He literally played on a fucking all-star team. He had all the Hall of Famers on his roster.
Right.
So yeah, man. I just think, like you said, when we really look at this shit, if you know what you're looking at, you understand basketball. It's no slight to Bron. It's no. But just this thing to where you gotta fucking, kiss the ring, and you gotta, no, man, get out of my face, bro. I seen fucking Jordan real time. I seen Kobe Bryant motherfucking break his fucking hand and play like what I'll say a quarter of the season with his fucking left hand. Okay, at what 19 or 20 at that time. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, I know what basketball is. I know what the fuck I'm looking at. And again, bro, just footwork, counters, intensity, the intangibles, like I said, defense. Bro, LeBron had that one year, like he said, the year he was in Miami. He probably should have won the defensive player of the year. He got robbed, bro. But bro, they was never talking about Kobe, and Kobe had the lockdown perimeter defender title, bro, for at least, I'll say, for real, not just first team all defenses, bro, for a strong 6-7 seasons. You know what I'm saying? And this is in all his championships were fucking repeats, 3-peat and a back-to-back. And niggas is like, oh, he's not top 10. Like, man, get what are you smoking, bro? Get the fuck out of here, dog. Niggas talking about Steph Curry's better. How? Steph Curry only plays one side of the ball. Steph Curry is the reason that we had one of the greatest shots that's never ever talked about, because LeBron James got a block in the fucking game. Kyrie Irving hit one of the best and biggest motherfucking NBA final shots in fucking history, bro. Over who? Stephen Curry, because his ass didn't want to guard him. They switched him on the pick on purpose, and he splashed the motherfucking biggest motherfucking shot, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, because, like I said, that sealed the first and only team to ever come back down from fucking 3-1.
And like that, but that's just narrative stuff. Like that's why I can't rock with the LeBron theory. It's just narrative stuff. Like when you don't get to actual substantive stuff that actually shows that you the best, not just some storyline that you in Clutch Sports done crafted up. When do you just let me put it this way? They say LeBron's dominated all this stuff. Why is all these dudes got championships on his watch? 23 years, he mustered up a grand total of 4 damn championships. How, bro? If you're the best player ever, how?
And more losses than wins. That's the most important thing, bro. You can't be the GOAT with I think Charles said that directly. You can't be the GOAT, bro, and have more losses in the finals than wins in the finals. How you gonna play both sides? So when you winning, right? When you won and you came back down from 3-1, oh, you was the greatest of all time, right? And you had the motherfucking audacity to say that crazy shit. But when motherfuckers bring up your finals record overall, well, it ain't, it ain't all about just winning championships. It's being a complete player and being a great leader and making my teammates better and all this other shit. No, nigga, you just said you was the GOAT because of one fucking finals win. So if you the GOAT because of one finals win, the fuck is we got going on?
And that's the thing, though. They compare LeBron against mediocrity, and they compare Jordan towards God, basically. Like you have
Yeah.
to be flawless to be Jordan and LeBron. You just
Oh,
gotta
he
kind
lost,
of.
he lost to Shaq. He lost to Shaq in Orlando in 95. Nigga, he came back and played like what, 20 games of that? And then what quiet as kept motherfuckers don't know, the reason Shaq left fucking Orlando was because he didn't want to have to go through Jordan the next 3 fucking years. That nigga Shaq ran from fucking Orlando because of Jordan, bro. Shaq came to LA because it was like, hey man, hey, we can't beat MJ, man. He knew it. I think Penny had been on his first knee injury or whatever, it wasn't super duper bad. But Penny was fucking what's name, and then Nick Anderson lost his mind. That nigga had no confidence after he missed the fucking free throws. You feel me? So yeah, man, it was just like, for you to beat them the first year, right? You know what I mean? The year before, and then get swept. They swept them, bro. That was the 96 Bulls. Man, Shaq motherfucking ran to the West Coast, bro. Come on, get him out of here, dog. Talking about he was mad. Alonzo Mourning got too much money and all this other shit. No, bro. Shaq's another one, man. I'm sick of Shaq shit, bro. I'm sick of Shaq shit.
No, why Shaq piss you off, bro?
Man, nah, bro. For one, this nigga said so he never spoke up when T-Mac was talking crazy and all these people was talking crazy, about I could have won a championship like Kobe. If you replace me with Kobe, you know what I'm saying, we get the same result. Nigga, no the fuck we won't. No, we won't, nigga. For one, you was not like that on fucking defense, and your ass is known to choke, nigga, when it mattered the most. Okay, you was not getting no motherfucking 3-peat just like Kobe got. No, sir. Let's not tell that fucking lie. Please get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. And Shaq bitch ass is motherfucking quiet the whole time. He never came out and said anything. But then to boost his ego and his shit, yeah, I definitely could have won a championship with T-Mac and all these other things, so on and so forth. I could have won with anybody. No, nigga, you put Allen Iverson on that team, no, it's not gonna be the same. T-Mac is probably the closest person. T-Mac, and at that time, probably Vince Carter are probably the two closest people you could have put on that team to even try and get close to simulate what Kobe was. But it would still be, not all the way there because they didn't have the defensive ability, bro. They could not, and they were not motherfucking dedicated on fucking defense, bro.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the part that people forget so much about the Kobe thing. Now, me and you got Kobe pretty far away, but Kobe, my favorite player, only person I cried, professional athlete when they passed.
Yeah,
But
same here.
we'll talk about that another day. But Kobe was just so great because he played both sides of the ball. So now offensively, can you say that he would be what T Mac is? I mean, I'll meet you there. Problem is, T Mac had issues with that emotional part of his game. He had issues that he didn't play no goddamn defense consistently, and he got away with his natural ability. And people don't understand this, man. T Mac 6'8", long ass arms, athletic as hell. Kobe was 6'6", short arms, small hands, and most of his game was, bro, his dad put that professionalism in since he's like 8 years old. So he knew the team concept very well. he works harder than his opponents because he wasn't naturally blessed like Jordan was with them big ass hands he had. With the, some people say 40 plus inch vertical. Kobe ain't had that. T Mac had everything Jordan had physically and got 2 more inches on him, right? So you can't just manufacture stuff when you missing some of the middle game. Again, with you having the wherewithal to play within the system, like T Mac, I used to say this shit all the time. T Mac strike me as a dude who know what move he gonna do when he come up the court. Kobe was the kind of guy, he's gonna read what you gave him and he's gonna react to what you did. And people don't understand. I mean, that's kind of hard to prove. But when you play basketball, you see the ball go through the net a few times, you see the difference between certain cats. You can predict certain dudes better than others. And T Mac, again, being more athletic, being taller, he can impose his will a little more. But Kobe just was maniacal because with the limited gifts that he had, he still was cerebral enough to work with that and to give you the best that he had. And it wasn't forced. And as a matter of fact, he had a quote that him and Phil Jackson were talking about was that the reason why he saw modern basketball is so weak is because they played what he called accidental basketball. He was like, these dudes do not run plays. These dudes do not have a counter and have a counter to the counter and signals to show, hey, if this guy comes up high, you're gonna dip down low. I'm gonna give you
Hoop,
the
hold right
signal.
there.
Yeah,
Hold right there. Hoop.
yeah, go ahead.
Do you know how frustrating that is, man? Because our like we what Kobe would have been 44 something like that, like a few years older than us, right?
Yeah, he about 3 years older than us, something like that.
Yeah. So
Maybe 4.
he came from that fucking era of basketball where hey, you are going to fucking know the fundamentals. All right. You gonna know the fucking fundamentals. You gonna understand the game. You gotta know how to play this shit. You can't just get out there and do this and one bullshit. One-on-one basketball
Facts.
on the blah, blah, blah. You gotta know how the shit work. Your coach is gonna ask you, why are you doing this and why are you not doing that and what should you do? Bro, these kids don't even get asked these questions. Hey, put this motherfucking colorful ass jersey on here with 3 numbers on the back. Go out there, throw alley oops and do trick shot, all this shit and la la la. And like you said, man, I just go back to something you said earlier. I didn't pick up on it because you know what I'm saying. I didn't want to interrupt. This is why the fucking Europeans are taking the fuck over, bro.
Bingo.
They learn basketball and then you add your athleticism and your gift to the shit, right? Hell, in Jokic's case, Jokic ain't got an athletic bone in his motherfucking body, not one. But that motherfucker cooking you from any and everywhere on the fucking court, bro, because he understands the motherfucking game of basketball. So when you look at the game. And I think KD got the same thing. KD, as much shit as people give KD got as another basketball savant. When you look at the game and see the game the way Kobe sees the game, a lot of shit pisses you off and a lot of shit makes you, it's disrespectful. That's why him and Shaq just, had so much beef because he's like, bro, why are you being lazy? Like, do you understand? Like, if Shaq could have maintained Orlando Shaq fucking, you know what I mean? Size, pause. That nigga could have stayed in shape like Orlando Shaq. Bro, I don't think they could have ever. I think they could have ran off. If not, I'm not saying a 4 or 5 peat, but definitely they wouldn't have lost to Detroit, right? And I think they would have, had a couple more rings in there between the on and so forth. But again, Shaq always been a motherfucking egotistical, narcissistic motherfucking sociopath, bro. This nigga did the same shit with everybody. He did it to fucking Penny. He did it to Kobe. He turned around and did the shit to D Wade. And it's just like, this nigga got main character syndrome like a motherfucker, dog.
I mean, he had that from the minute he stepped into the NBA. So, I mean, for you to be flummoxed by that, it's just like, that's just who Shaq is, bro. He always got the main character thing. That's why he was on Dwight Howard ass so tough. Because it's like, okay, you went to Orlando, then you go to LA, you get the moniker of Superman, but nigga, when I look you up and down, like you ain't like me at all. So, and that's Shaq's thing. Instead of just being like embracing the young brother and kind of coaching him up and teaching him how to be what it is, he got that main character syndrome. Like, don't compare this motherfucker to me. And I'm glad they finally, patched that up. But yeah, no, your assessment is on point. With that 100%. Can you still hear me? I can't hear you, bro.
I'm muted. My bad. So
There
yeah,
you
I
go.
said, hell yeah. Miss Fantastic, with your height, did you have dreams growing up? Hell yeah, I had fucking hoop dreams, man. Yeah, I had fucking hoop dreams. But I was fucking 6'4" in the South. You know what I mean? Not in Atlanta, but in Georgia. So my ass was stuck on the motherfucking block. Okay. I get to dribble the motherfucking ball. Like, I don't even know, bro. I'm a 6'4" power forward. Okay. Damn solid on defense now. Hey, my nickname's motherfucking Matumbo for a reason.
6'4"
But
Matumbo's crazy.
yeah, hey, nigga, I was blocking shit, nigga. My timing, my defense was impeccable. My timing was damn good. But just like developing my offensive game, bro, never had an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Now though, like you're saying, fucking what 40. So what? I'm at damn near shit. I'm at almost 30 years of fucking playing basketball. You give that motherfucker on the block now, even at 6'4", it's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a problem. But back then it was just like, you know what I mean, get the rebound, play defense, all this other shit, so on and so forth. But nah, man, I didn't play ball something everywhere, dog. Like military shit gave me the opportunity to play ball against some of the best people. And I remember when they had the NBDL before it was the G League. Them cats would come on base all the time, bro. And like I said, bro, I played against some former NBA players, some G League players, some D1 guys, so on and so forth, bro. International players too. That too. Yeah, man, I played some ball, man. So like, yeah.
No, that's the thing, man. When you actually played against some niggas, it gives you perspective. And like kind of going back to what I started with. It gives you an appreciation when you see somebody who really like that and somebody who not, it's gonna make you feel some type of way. So, you know what I mean? And that's the beautiful part of discussions like these. When you start to kind of, it's almost like you forget those memories, and then when you get to talking, it'll come back to you like, oh shit, yeah, I remember like how it was, like you said, being an undersized big. I'm 6'7". I was a good shot blocker because of timing. I was skinny as hell when I played, ball in college, but I was all about the timing. Like when somebody square their shoulders and they start to hunch downward, they only go in one direction. So like you ain't gotta just jump in haste. You wait until they come up to that apex, and then you go snag that shit
Yeah,
out the air. So yeah,
exactly.
now yeah. So again, I don't even be thinking about stuff like that. But when you remind me, being an undersized big, yeah, man, those things are good. So when you see guys exhibit some of those things, it's like, okay, I see what you're doing out there. It makes you appreciate some guys
Yeah.
who may not be athletically gifted, like some of the best that's ever done it, but they still are effective. And that makes the game attractive, especially for those Euro players that you were just lamenting about.
Yeah, man, exactly, man. Like I said, it's cool to see. Like I said, that's what these kids don't like. Nobody even talks about Tim Duncan, right? Outside of like actual NBA players and shit. These kids don't even know how great Tim Duncan is or was, right? They don't even see it because no flashiness, no whatever. But literally, bro, behind I say behind I gotta put two in front of him. I'll say behind Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Hakeem Olajuwon, Tim Duncan has the third best post work footwork ever, and that shit was just so impeccable. Both blocks, extended out bank shot, even that. So he was definitely even better at that, right? But yeah, man, it's just crazy, like you said, man. It's the lack of knowledge in the game and the lack of appreciation for the fundamentals of it and the fucking, you know what I mean, the fucking essence of the shit.
And the worst part is it's getting worse. Like again, NBA viewership is going down. And Adam Silver acts incredulous about this. Like he doesn't know what to fix. He's like, oh well, let's throw this wrinkle in All-Star weekend. Let's do this. Like, no, nigga. Have people play harder and focus more on the fundamentals, because again, that's why these less talented, less brand centric guys are coming to the NBA and they taking the shit over. Like Giannis. Giannis don't give a shit about nothing but goddamn basketball. He don't care about none of that Hollywood shit. I think this nigga got like JG Wentworth, sponsorships and shit. This nigga ain't got no real motherfucking shit, bro. He don't give a shit. When last
Yeah,
time we seen nigga with some Giannis on? I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? Jokic, this nigga won a championship next day on the first thing smoking back to Serbia. When last time you heard niggas say, oh shit, nigga, some hoes in Serbia? Never, right? But them niggas all about that ball. Luka, all about that ball. So I think until like American, stateside players start to focus more back on that instead of your personal brand, you're gonna keep seeing these guys come in and jack moving your spots, man. And it's very unfortunate to see.
Yeah, man, and especially like you said, when you get the people that's supposed to be getting the torch and they fumble it and they fuck it up. They fuck the image up. John Morant did it. Zion did it, and now you got Ant-Man doing it. So, bro, you can't. You know what I'm saying? The NBA, like I said, at the end of the day, is still a brand. And if you got an opportunity that's going to bring in the international aspect of it, because that's what they really want. They want this thing to be as global as possible. But until we get, the seriousness and the focus and the, for lack of better terms, man, the civility, like, you know what I mean? The non nigga shit, bro, it's gonna be difficult, dog. It's gonna be real difficult because, like I said, at the end of the day, you can't be the brand of the marquee fucking player of the NBA. And you got gun charges and shit, and you playing with guns. You can't have motherfucking 37 baby mamas. You can't be out here fucking on fucking crazy ass built porn stars, right? So now what? Now the nigga that's nigga light, Canadian nigga, and he got the game and whatever to back it up. Who you think they go promote? And what? Shea is what? Shea's like late 20s, right? Shea not 30 yet, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Let me read this and then we go get DJ Fireproof, man.
Yeah, bet.
Shout out to man, support man for the fire. Appreciate you, brother. I'm 6 foot, but growing up, I played a great defense. I was rebounding over dudes your height. I was trying to be the best Dennis Rodman I could be. LOL. Hey, man. Everybody got to play their part, man. Yeah, Shea's mid-20s? No, he can't be mid-20s. He's been in the league too long to be mid-20s.
I think so. I think he mid to late, bro. I think he like 26, 27, bro.
He got to be at least 27, 28. Let's see how old he is. Age. He's 27.
Yeah, that's about what I had. Mid to late. Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's so that's crazy. Yeah, so that's the perfect person to get the fucking torch to. And this
nigga got them OG Bobby Johnson braids and shit. It's not marketable, but still.
Hey, listen. Nigga done put Converse back on the map. Goddamn shit. But DJ Fireproof, what you got for us, brother? Go right ahead, man. It's on you.
Hey man, what's going on, fellas? I didn't want to totally throw this, to do a pivot on the topic. I wanted to wait until you guys were kind of exhausted the NBA talk, kind of like the talk about NBA when it's getting ready to start. I did. However, I did have a question, man, whenever you wanted to pivot on it. But I remember you were talking on a panel with Tommy Sotomayor, I believe it was, and they were talking to you about NFL stuff. And I just had a question, man, like, once Peyton Manning retired, did you just stop watching the NFL altogether because he was gone? Or did you like, man, I ain't got nobody, ain't no worth, I'm more of an NBA guy anyway, and I don't know other quarterback that really catches my eye. So I just want to ask you.
So football was always secondary to me, right? I've always been an NBA dude. And like I said, once Kobe retired, bro, I only really watch the NBA when it's a big game or once the playoffs start, right? I just, you lose interest for shit. So it's the same thing with football. I was never really a big football guy. I didn't even watch football every Sunday. I didn't have to have it, right? So when Peyton stopped playing, I was just like, okay, whatever. If it was Super Bowl, I watched Super Bowl. Some playoff games, depending. But yeah, I was just never really big on football in the first place.
Okay, gotcha. That's what I was curious about. Y'all continue, man. I'll still be here. Anything I got to say about NBA, I'll pop right in.
For sure. And Triple Black, bro, the link is a pin, bro. You going ham in the chat, brother. You can just hit the link, man, and come up here and defend Shaq if you want to defend Shaq, brother. I mean, it's a smoke show. And you definitely sound like you got smoke. so, brother, come on up here, man. What I said what I said, and I'm accurate, brother. You got to look beyond the surface, man. Shaq wanted no smoke with Michael Jeffrey Jordan after he got swept in 1996, bro. Shaq knew what it was. Shaq knew what it was. And if you look at the what's the name, right? You look at what it was in the so on and so forth. Out west, Hakeem was on the downfall, on not the downfall, but on the decline, right? Barkley declined. I think Sean Kemp was all but out of the league. That nigga was, 400 pounds or whatever at that time. Well, no, Sean Kemp 96. They played what's the name, so he was still a thing. But Shaq was looking at the path of any and everything out west being a whole lot easier than getting past motherfucking Jordan, bro. Okay. That nigga feared Jordan. Without a doubt. He knew what it was. He knew it.
Well, I'm gonna say this, fan. Like, people remember the best of Shaq. Like, people forget that, like, the older Shaq got, it was hard for him to guard the perimeter because, like, bigs started to be able to, stretch the floor.
Yep.
Shaq struggled with that. He struggled guarding the pick and roll as well. That's why we struggled in that Sacramento series when we pulled out our ass.
Sacramento and Portland. You had two of the most fucking versatile bigs.
Right.
People don't remember fucking Young Sheed. Niggas don't remember motherfucking Chris Webber. Hoop, this shit crazy, man. It's just crazy. Cause motherfuckers don't know basketball, so they don't even understand this shit. It's a reason why, like you said, they wanted to always get Tim Duncan, get Shaq guard Tim Duncan, bro. He can't do Shaq ain't doing shit outside that paint, bro. Shaq ain't doing nothing outside the paint, man.
And listen, man, I'm not trying to disrespect Shaq at all. I appreciate everything he did for the Lakers, straight up. But I mean, to act like, because people do this thing where they act like Shaq was just this, flawless individual and Kobe just was along for the ride. It's just like, man, if you watch them games, them series, especially in the Western Conference, especially against Portland, dog, Kobe was the reason why we got to the finals, man. In a lot of games, because Shaq got in foul trouble and Kobe was taking the fuck over, man. And you know what I'm saying? And so I when everybody want to give Shaq all the credit, none of the critique, and that, incredulous, like why Kobe got on his ass about getting fat, you know what I'm saying, and not putting in the work. Because when we saw how it all played out, yeah, he went with D Wade and it worked out in Miami. That's great. After that, nothing. You know what I mean? And Kobe just started his ascension. So I mean, I just believe in telling things right in the right context.
Yeah, man, that's the most important thing, man. Full context. Go ahead, DJ Fireproof.
I was going to say, just my assessment, because I grew up like I guess you call it like a Shaq fan much after Hakeem. Hakeem is my all-time favorite player. And one of the things I noticed about Shaq, especially when I was a kid, was the fact that he had that lovable, big, soft dude, demeanor. And you know what I mean? Like he was that, McDonald's smile, whatever you want to call it. Like he just had that commercialized face, and everybody looked at him as, this happy-go-lucky dude that can play basketball at a high rate. And he was exceptionally tall and, for the average NBA big. So he was very, I guess you call it unconventional, but he was very good. Meanwhile, with Kobe, he just didn't care. He didn't care to be liked. He just wanted to be great. And when you have that, it makes the fan or the natural, the average NBA fan or, the viewer, excuse me, is the word I want to say. The viewer looks more to what is more likable, much more relatable when they watch sports because they don't know the ins and outs of the sport itself. So they go off of personality. You know what I mean? If Kobe comes off as the type of dude that looks more like he's wanting to carry the team and score all the points and win games versus Shaq carrying this, this demeanor of, big black dude who's very, friendly, then they're going to be more, they're going to line up more with that guy, in my opinion, versus, the guy that looks like he's more gung-ho and trying to prove something to everybody. I think that's just the reality. So the stories of what we're talking about here get hidden in the files, you know what I mean, in the archives. And so you got to dig through and find out really on the back end that You know, for what it's worth, Kobe had more of a passion for winning than anybody who put that Laker uniform on. And now people, appreciating that more now that, he's gone. And unfortunately, they don't see that back then it was just all about he wanted to win. That's all it was at all costs.
Yeah, man. Motherfuckers don't understand that shit.
Not at all. Even I was caught up in that too. And it wasn't until I got older and I started really understanding Kobe's mentality that I was like, oh man, they played us in the as far as the media goes. But you live and you learn,
Indeed.
No, I think too, because Kobe kind of was. I mean, I can say this as a lifelong Kobe fan. He kind of was a weirdo. He was kind of eccentric. He was kind of learning how to be what we call a street nigga. Because because Kobe, he's from Philadelphia, but Philly ain't really claim him. And so, he would try to go out his way to kind of, with his rapping and stuff. He sounded like Will Smith rapping. I think we all can agree on that. And he just never really was accepted because people like the brother just said, go off these little ancillary things and not like the actual product of a player. So you like them because of the endorsements. You like them because of how cool they come off, i.e. Iverson. Kobe wasn't that. I think people later in the years respected his work because the work that Kobe put in, like he just was second to nobody, man. And so, you know, how we call those a slow burn. And that's what Kobe's whole thing was. He's an eccentric taste. And pause. So, so that's how everybody kind of started to respect him over time because most people saw him as kind of a weirdo, hoe ass nigga kind of dude, especially when he allegedly snitched on Shaq.
Yeah,
Had
snitched
this
on
little
Shaq,
situation. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it ain't even justifying it. But like, bro, that was the worst kept secret ever, bro. Shaq was out here fucking all these hoes and didn't care. It was like some shit that everybody. But hey, you can't get caught and then say he was doing it too. Type shit. There is some whole shit. But I think he made up for it. On the with the actual on court success after the fact. And because they had that beef or whatever, what I'm saying, going or whatever. But nah, man, I think when you look at it overall, right? It's and basketball, people know Kobe's definitely top 10, bro. If you want to argue and say he's not top 5 and so on and so forth, I can only take that argument if you're going by traditional positioning. If you go by traditional positioning, he can't be top 5 because Jordan is the best shooting guard, right? But yeah, man, I just think it's a lot of shit that goes on out here, and a lot of people don't have the knowledge, the history, the context, the seeing it in real time to make the comparison. You know what I'm saying? I seen all of Kobe's career, I seen all of LeBron's career. You know what I'm saying? So, with an understanding of basketball. So that's the difference.
Yeah, man, I think that's one of the main things about when it comes to the viewer. And that's the thing with me. I mean, being in, I used to really want to be in sports media because I always felt like watching sport was more about educating the viewer, and not so much about entertainment. And I hate that, especially I had to bring it to this, when you're teaching kids and you're educating and you're coaching kids, the first thing they want to do is talk about the players that they see. And yet they don't know the sport because they haven't been taught. And then you got to go through the hard work of breaking everything down to the lowest, common denominator so that they can understand what their responsibilities are on the court, on the football field or whatever. And then as they get older, hopefully they develop appreciation for having learned by, being involved and hands-on and making their own set of mistakes. And then really finding out what this is all about as far as do they really, really want to be the players that they talk about or they, ascribe or aspire to be. And, when it comes to people who don't do it, yet they got the loudest mouths, they own all these platforms, and they don't have the understanding or the education or the experience, or even want to just sit still and let somebody talk to them about it. They want to scream aloud about who's the best player and who's not, yet and still can't break down the nuances of the game or even sit down and allow somebody to teach them. So just in case they can be wrong. Everybody wants to be right, but nobody wants to learn. Nobody wants to take the time to say, hey, maybe, just maybe, I may have had this wrong and I might need to check and see if I was, taught wrong, or maybe I didn't get to learn at all. Maybe it's time for me to sit back and really understand the ins and outs of the game, the X's and O's, the plays, and all that stuff. What's going on when players don't have the ball? Why does this player always defer to this when he has this option? Why is this guy making this decision over and over again? Or why do coaches not trust their players in crunch time? Just stuff like that makes people have to think instead of just always being entertained. And that's just how sometimes I see it. I always see it in layers.
I love that, and that's what the essence of my channel. Listen, man. If I wanted to be engaged in bombast, I can make a shit on LeBron James every video channel, and it would get crazy views because I see people do it. I ain't gonna call no names. If I wanted to shit on Jordan and praise LeBron, I get crazy views and do it. But I believe in what you just said, man. I believe in telling the game how the game is to be told, how I learned it, and just listen, man. Appreciating certain things about, like you say, intricate things. Like, okay, if a guy keeps getting bounced from team to team, yes, the numbers may be good, but what is he doing that's conducive to winning? Is he missing out on certain things? Is a guy who is a good shooter per se, but nobody wants to retain him? Like, I delve into these things because that's what makes basketball a beautiful game to watch. It's not necessarily the dunking and the crossover and all that. I mean, those things are great. Don't get it twisted. But when discussions like these, where we can slow it down, not be bombastic, not be arguing, not be cuss each other, and just like, hey, I see it this way because X, Y, and Z. Oh, for real? Well, I see Y and Z, but I'm gonna challenge you on X. Like this is what basketball discussion or sports discussion in itself supposed to be. And this is the shit I like personally.
Yeah, for real, man. That creates that leaves less room for ignorance, man, that gets manufactured over and over again. That's what I think about these four-letter networks, the ESPNs of FS1s. You see these shows that failing miserably because they're bringing on people for the shock value and not just sitting down and breaking down the game so that people who don't know can walk away more educated, much more informed, thereby increasing the viewership. Adam Silver want to tell people to watch highlights, but I'm like, dude, don't even. I know he has the power to do this. You don't even talk to the networks about actually enforcing people to go through some form of education so that the basketball games that you want people to watch are more informed, so that people can actually understand what's going on. You want more eyes and more attention, but people don't really understand basketball from the fundamental aspect. They really don't. You can literally talk to people and all they talk about is the names on the jerseys and the faces, but they don't understand game situations and understand why certain mismatches happen in the playoffs as far as whether it be East or West. They don't understand that. They don't understand teams playing naturally small are going to have much more advantage on the scoreboard versus teams that are big because they're more, defense heavy. They don't get that, or coaches are trying to utilize players in certain situations because that's all they were afforded to over the offseason. They didn't get a chance to make that kind of move that they wanted to get for that player, so they just got to go with what they have. And then other teams that have that kind of chemistry tend to go a little bit further along because they know each other. So, people don't get that because they don't get the education that's supposed to happen pre-game, and it's more about players that tend to be likable versus dislikable. And then you get, the jokers like Stephen A, who people can't stand, but it's like y'all keep putting the same jokers in front of us over and over again that don't have that in them to want to teach the game, but want to go and sensationalize over and over again the same storylines from different players that keep getting repeated over and over again. And it just makes it stale bread. And nobody want to watch that. So you want to change the views, change your approach. It's going to become an acquired taste, but it's for the long haul better for your overall product. You're going to have to change your approach. Either way, you're going to keep failing miserably because what you've been doing for the past 25 years has failed miserably because you don't have players that are well developed anyway. You're going off of, you got all these athletes that are coming into the league, but they don't have the skills. So you're losing on that end. And then on top of that, when the players don't have the kind of success immediately, you're throwing them to the wolves with the media, saying that all these kind of crazy things about them. And then that creates a sensationalized nonsense that fans eat up like it's bait. fish on a fish hook, and you creating the same storyline cycle over and over again, and it leaves people less informed on how the game's supposed to be watched, and it's a waste.
Indeed, man. But hey, man, I greatly appreciate you brothers for coming up, man, and having some smoke, man, having a good conversation, man.
Yes, sir.
For real. Appreciate you, bro.
Hey, make sure y'all sub to Hoop Jargon, man. If y'all not already sub to him, man, for like I said, NBA, football, all the sports information and stuff, man. Make sure y'all pull up on my boy. But hey, man, greatly appreciate y'all pull up on me, bro. And take my ass to sleep. That's that on that one. Catch y'all next one, man. Holla.
Peace.